has heard about Roccat. Now, why is Roccat so popular? It's because of their build quality, their integrity, their mice. Yeah. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out the Roccat Kone Pro. Now, every single one of the Minecraft drag clickers have recommended this mouse. And why is that? Well, it can achieve some insane CPS. So in today's video, I'm going to be seeing whether this mouse is actually good for PvP and going to be comparing it with my Mate 08. So anyways, subscribe and let's hop into it. So before we hop into the features of the mouse, let me tell you some changes which I experienced when I changed from my Mate 08 to the Kone Pro. The first one being the weight. Coming at 66 grams, this mouse, the Kone Pro, actually is way lighter than you would expect. So then the second thing is the shape and the clicks. So the shape is an ergonomic, of course, and it might be a put off to some people, but I've been using the M808 and the M808 is an ergonomic mouse, so I didn't have any problems adjusting to the shape of the mouse. The next is the clicks. The Roccat Kone Pro uses Titan optical switches, and these switches are super bouncy, so actually jitter clicking on this was pretty effortless, as well as butterfly clicking, and of course drag clicking was insanely good on this mouse. Now that we have established the changes which I observed, let's move on to some of the features of this mouse. So the shape of the mouse, as you know, is a right hand ergonomic, which might be a put off to some people as they might be used to a different shape, but since I used to main the Red Dragon M808, which was an ergonomic, I had no problem adjusting to the shape. So the next feature of the mouse are the clicks. The Kone uses Titan optical switches. A thing which I would like to point out is that these switches are pretty bouncy, as I had told before, which allows for effortless jitter clicking. Butterflying was also no problem to me. The good thing for optical switches is that they're much more reliable and durable than mechanical switches, which you would see in other mice. So going into the third point, space. What I mean by this is that the width of the clicks and overall space of the mouse for it to fully allow my hand to rest on the mouse. The width of the left and right click is not a lot, but I can still put two fingers on the mouse and right click for butterflying and left click for butterflying. The side buttons are pretty high up and there's enough space for my thumb to rest on the side of the mouse in order to avoid accidental clicking of one of the side buttons, which I have experienced a lot of people doing, so that's a plus point for the Kone Pro. So coming into the fourth point, the sensor. This mouse sensor is phenomenal. Tracking is super easy with this mouse, and even with my measly 60Hz monitor, my aim didn't feel choppy at all or bad. So this mouse sensor is just phenomenal, and you guys should really try out the mouse sensor. Coming to the next point, CPS. This is a really big one. So I'm gonna put up a clip of me doing all the clicking methods on the Kone Pro to show you guys the results of what is the CPS. Alright, enjoy. So jumping into the next point, the mouse gates. The mouse gates are made up of pure PTFE, which allows it to glide smoothly on my deskpad. One thing which I noticed about the Kone Pro was that any surface, whether it's cloth, just plain desk, or a mousepad, it glides smoothly on, to be honest, any surface, which is pretty cool. So now that the observable features are done, well, in my eyes anyways, let's move on to some viewer questions which you may or may not have. Can this mouse double click? Of course, it's a Roccat mouse. Of course, all of the Roccat mice double click. Next question, can it drag click? Of course, if it double clicks, then of course it will drag click. Next, how good it is. Now there is one flaw to the Roccat Kone Pro, but apart from that, this mouse is amazing and you definitely should buy it. Next, would you recommend it? 100%. There is one flaw, as I keep mentioning, I will tell that later, but I would 100% recommend this mouse for anyone who wants to learn bridging, clutching, PvP, and any type of Minecraft gameplay. This mouse is good for. Anyways, moving on to the next thing. So coming to the point which you may or may not be waiting for, the flaw. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways, this mouse does have a flaw. Even though this mouse can double click, for me getting consistent 20 CPS was difficult, even though I had set the debounce time to 0 ms on their software. So I wouldn't exactly recommend this mouse for PvP, but aside from PvP, I would recommend this mouse for bridging and clutching. And there is a reason for this problem which I experienced. You see, the buttons on the Kone Pro get pretty narrow towards like the end of the button, so that makes it difficult for me to double click because I have pretty big hands. So people who have small hands may or may not encounter this problem, you know. Anyways, if you are a Roccat Kone Pro user, then let me know if you have this problem. Aside from that, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, let me know which other mice I should make a review on. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Go.